Hey everybody, George Bentley here. You know, people ask me all the time, what should I expect to pay in terms of installation? Because the costs of walk-in bathtubs can sometimes be hidden in the process, and people truly don't understand what the various aspects of an installation might cost. So today, I'm going to share with you how to look at the overall project and estimate what it might cost you. So first of all, you need to make sure that you've got a qualified installation contractor who knows what they're doing. It's my belief that you should have a relationship where you're in direct contract with this installer. That is the best and safest way to do it. I can't imagine letting somebody come into my home and conduct major construction on my property without having a direct contractual relationship with them. So if you're working through another company, like these national brands, these mass media lead generation companies, they tend to package everything together and you don't have a relationship with the contractor. But let me give you some idea of what the costs are. First of all, very simply, to set the tub means that I've got a demo, in most cases, I've got to demo an existing bathtub. I've got to prep the surround in the area. I've got to terminate the plumbing and reconnect new plumbing. So that general process, which would include dealing with the walls, the surrounds around the tub, it's probably going to be around the $3,000 range. It just depends. It can be less, it can be more. If you're keeping your existing tile, for example, and they're doing what's called a slide-in install, it could be $1,500 or so that would go to the installer, okay? To hook up the plumbing, have a licensed plumber come in and do it, could cost you $2,000-$3,000. To have the installation contractor do it, it should be part of their job. In most jurisdictions, what we're doing wouldn't require a plumbing permit, but you need to check that out for yourself. So basic install, setting the big chunk, $2,000 to $3,000, labor and consumables to get that done. If you have to widen the door, okay, if you've got a 24-inch wide door going into your bathroom and the bathtub you're buying is 30 inches wide, you're going to look at paying probably $750 to $1,200 to have the contractor take that doorway apart, deconstruct it, put the tub in, and build it back. In most cases, it's not any more expensive to simply have that. If you have a narrow door like that, go ahead and widen it to 28 inches. In most cases, the labor cost difference should be pretty much the same, but you need to add the cost of a new pre-hung door or whatever it is you need to install there. So there, now you're looking at maybe $3,500 cost of labor to do this. If you want the floor material swapped out, again, depending on what material and how large your bathroom is, but a standard bathroom, you may pay $450 to $750 in labor to have that done. Then you need to add your cost of materials. You can get real high quality tile and LVT vinyl flooring for $2, $3, $4 a square foot, and most bathrooms are not that big. So materials shouldn't be a huge cost. If you're going to have them retile your surround, the labor for that should be anywhere from $450 to, let's say, $750. Again, just depending on the size and the type of tile that you want. Again, material, you ought to be able to get really nice looking quality material for, $2 to $3 a square foot, something in that range. So, figure around $600 in labor to do the tiling around the surround. If you're going to use a wall system, like an acrylic wall system, that labor process should be significantly less. So $300, $400 to install a prefabricated wall system in there. To pull and replace your toilet, $80 to $150. To swap out a vanity, this can be difficult or it can be very simple, okay? The question is, how much work is required around that? Are we exposing wall that now needs to be restored? Is there floor that's being exposed that wasn't before? Do we need to relocate any of the plumbing in this process? But to swap out a vanity, realistically, you're looking on the low end, probably $250 to $300. That's assuming the new vanity fits right in and they just have to hook it up, to as much as $1,200 to $1,500 if it's a more complicated process. Moving a light fixture, can be $150 to $300, again, just depending on what all's involved. So there you go. If you just look at these numbers, break it down, add up what your scope of work is on your job, and you should be getting pretty close to a realistic labor number. So how much labor should you be paying to install a walk-in tub? That'll give you a pretty good idea. You should be paying somewhere between $3,000 and $5,000 or $6,000, just depending on what it is. Okay, there you go. I love you all, and stay happy.